What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode, this time of 7 Days to Die. Update 3.0 is just around the corner, and this is everything new from the dev stream.
Man, you get to see, enjoy the zombie eating on somebody in that car and some other animated stuff, the trees blowing. There's a new look to all main menu. Made way more room in the options menu to adjust video binds, many new things there.
I'll just click on a couple so you can see.
Yeah, they're more organized.
Then let's go ahead.
Click on wait a sec. Click on crosshairs real quick while you're in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a brief mention here. We have a bunch of new crosshair settings. If you adjust some of those, you can adjust the size, scale, opacity, and color of the crosshair, and some options for third person, first person. In there, you can see the opacity is changing.
Yep.
The bottom one is color if you want to do a color. A lot of folks have asked for that. It's something we've added to the game.
Cool. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, it's a full main menu, if you will.
New game, and I can show you. Here are the presets. Let's go ahead and go on into the sandbox. Let's show you some examples and let's talk about it. Now, the idea of the sandbox options, like Rick said, is we want players to be able to play the way that they want to play. So all the different settings, we had a bunch of settings before, but now we are up to 150 sandbox options. So these, some of them are, I want to say there's like 10 of them from the old system, but even those we've added new values to them. So things like daylight length, there's more options. But let me go ahead and show you. Well, there's headshot multiplier and then there's headshot only.
Right.
Because I know that's there it is, headshot mode. So that's the one you're thinking of. So headshot mode, everybody.
Yeah.
So you can now set it to where headshots only is a viable option. So that makes it where you can only do damage when you hit them in the head. We also added headshot finisher, where the last shot has to be in the head. So it's multiple ways of doing headshots. And
They'll keep getting up with body shots in that mode. Yeah.
Max enemy tier, you can actually change it to where your game only goes up to radiated, or hey, maybe you're playing you just want normal zombies and that's it. That is a valid option now. Enemy density and the enemy respawn, you will find that will.
Those are awesome.
Those are really fun because it will make it where there is just always zombies everywhere.
And thicker than you've ever seen them before, too, I think, isn't?
Yeah, I mean, it's
dense,
crazy.
yeah.
Yes. There is a way to turn on health bars and even show the entity damage as floating numbers if you want. Workstations in the wild, that one is, you can find working workstations and you can set the percentage chance to find them. We added more to the airdrops. We can change, we can add what time of day it happens. So daylight length, that's one I wanted to cover. So you can actually now say it is an always night game or an always daytime. So you can hide the compass, you can hide the map, you can hide the clock. So what he's talking about is you set lose on death. So you lose items on death in any of these locations. And then you can choose the count of how many you lose. And so there's random ranges. There's the crazy one that's 1 to 20, where you could just lose half your inventory. It's pretty nuts, actually. And there's 15 to 20. There's a lot of different options. Basically the stuff you loot and find. So we can affect
Super powerful.
the abundance of things, the yield when you are harvesting. You can actually say the max tier that can appear in loot. So if you want it to be where I am playing a game where crafting is the big thing, so I make it where I can craft up to tier 6, but I can only find and loot tier 1. You know, that's an option. Actually, one that I brushed over that I didn't really say anything about is this max tech type. You can actually play, and we have an option about a preset of it, but you can say, in my world, there's only stone and pipes. There is no high tier. There's no iron weapons, no steel, nothing. You can turn off backpack crafting. So you can make it where there's limited. That gives you just kind of the basics so that you can craft your own workstation and some minor things, but you can turn it off entirely and say, I can't do any crafting. I have to find a workbench. Crafting, you can turn off crafting progression altogether. You can make it where each magazine gives you more points each time. A very popular thing I've seen in some of the mods is being able to turn on and off the trader protection. So you can actually set it where you can land claim a trader, or there's just no trader protection, so they can tear down the walls. You can't kill the trader yet. We've talked about it. We haven't done it yet. Trader hours, that's another good one. You can make it open at where it's only closed on blood moons, but it's open 24/7 otherwise. The max tier, this goes along with the looting one. You can say, I can only find tier 1s in trader. It's kind of, you know, the same as those. We have the same thing in crafting too. So in all three ways that you get items, you can define, hey, what's the max tier I can find? This is everything related to quests and challenges. You can turn off the intro challenges. You can turn off the intro quest. If you don't like buried supply quests, you can just turn them off now. If you don't like POI quests, you can turn those off. You can have big heads. We actually added one that's not even in the Twitch, which is you can make it low gravity now. We put some silly stuff in here because I've had some requests about some of the Twitch options being inside the base game. Well, now you can have tiny zombies. That's right, chibi mode.
This new one, I don't know who
chibi mode. One of our testers, Killshot Kitty, came up with this. Okay, so dumpster diver. Which one of you guys came up with that one? Or is that
that
Bobby?
was Bobby.
Oh, that was Bobby.
Another
So
Bobby. We asked
this
Bobby
is more of a
to
hoarder
come up with
one.
more modes.
Yeah, let's move on. Legacy survival. I know that was one of you two.
That's Melissa.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I know y'all did one of these. Disaster film.
Yeah, this is storms, and this is another Bobby. So Bobby is the hidden star on some of these presets.
So this one, once again, we still can't talk about the degradation. We're going to talk about that later. But it's got loot abundance, storms 500%. So, and then you're losing items during death, and your infection gets worse in this. This one,
It's like, you know, when
I think this is obvious too.
We have a rapid infection setting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is.
Go ahead.
The intent of this is to tie out at primitive weapons, you know,
Yes.
using, and so your, you know, caveman's life is the
Dying world.
you can't repair anything.
So loot doesn't respawn. You don't get like dew collectors. You can't repair.
No loot bags.
No loot
Traders
bags.
don't have loot. Traders reset their inventory every long time, so your resources are low. It's a resource grinding mode more.
Okay, Undead Matinee. That has to be one of those. So.
To simulate what it's like to kind of play a classic black and white zombie movie. So they're thicker. They're slow. They never run, but they have a boosted rage. The player is a bit slower, but your stamina regens faster. But you're whacking them. It's melee focused, so you're richer in melee weapons. You're scrounging for ammo and firearms are not as effective. Headshot finisher mode is enabled in that.
7 days later.
Is clearly inspired by a film we all know where zombies run fast, and that's why it's 7x. It's in theory about as hard as Insane, but it's not really from a player damage, but they're running more than a standard game, so it's probably about the same level of difficulty as Insane.
Mad Bulls Mayhem. I wonder who did that.
Right. Anybody wants a challenge? It's not crazy hard, but I died about 25 times, which is very unusual for me. You know, part of the grind is when I died, I lost some of my gear, so I had to go to a lower tier POIs for a while with whatever weapon I could put together with what I had left, and it was a real good challenge. But you know, zombies are faster. There's 16 alive on Blood Moon. You know, lose stuff on death. You know, no noob coat, so when you spawn in, there's no help there. You know, you can kind of the settings.
There it is. Bike Club.
We talked about needing something that it falls into sort of permadeath category, and this one scratches that itch. It's
Yeah.
technically for damage given, damage received, it's not. I think it's around the same as a warrior, but because of all the other things, sprint mode, zombies, and
Loot Abundance
loot
50.
abundance. Yeah.
And no trading? No
yeah,
traders.
Yeah. So Nami is probably one of the best 7 Days to Die players on the team, and this one she's really having a lot of fun with because she's so good at playing the game.
Here's the original difficulties. We can just kind of click through real quick.
That's right.
You know, just kind of this one, because it's all the defaults, that's why it's showing white, but everything else, yeah, insane. So there you go. Now you can actually see what those do behind the scenes. So here are 2 pistols. This one has the boosted stats. Go ahead and explain. Sorry.
Okay, so you already got the combined match. Perfect. So yeah, this one's got a magazine size of 17 and effective range of 25 and durability of 455. Now click on that one. And then you can see the percentages when you compare. So you're going to always look for the highest percentage because the base value gets multiplied by that percentage, and the base value of a purple is higher than a brown. So if you find a brown with a 70% and you have a purple with 50%, your purple's going to walk away with the 70%, and it's going to be better. So drag them into the combined bench. So
the best degradation is carried over to the result.
Right. So if the degradation is copied in too, so it's kind of added together, if I remember right, or the best one is maintained. So boom, he walked away with a gun that has all the stats now. It's basically magnitude to all the things. So when you find a insulated liner, it's no longer the same. They're all not all the same. They all have a range to them and quality. So you know, you can keep on the hunt for the best stuff, and that loot metagame is just a lot longer now because there's all these different variations.
There's small improvements that happen more often in the game under the system, and less maybe stuff you might scrap because it's a small improvement.
Yeah.
Billboard.
Okay, so here's an example of one.
That's a shader. That is not a texture art from an artist, so it doesn't add very little memory footprint to the game. And you no longer big blocky letters. There's even graffiti fonts.
Yeah, I want to find a strip. Bell's Bakery. So that right there is the sign tech. Okay, so for lease. So all these signs are now shaders instead. They're not art put in. So each building can have a unique
sign without bloating texture memory.
Yeah.
The tavern, the strip malls. There's small kiosks like food trucks that have like menu boards and stuff in the game.
Brown pizza.
So for average players, it means that the world is beautiful. It is more storytelling because you actually see the name of it. There's logos. They've done logos. The guys have done logos with this even.
Well, and they can be navigation signs inside some POIs too, like basic directions to whatever.
Oh, there's one
Yeah.
inside there. There's a little one.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of them where it's stuff inside.
Well, there's 60 plus new POIs that are going in this 3.0 build. There's quite a few tier 4s and tier 5. There's a tier 5 called Champions Coliseum. It's a soccer stadium that I guess they wanted to tease.
Yeah. So
Correct.
this is one of them right here. This one is industrial. So this is the soccer stadium. We are just going to look at the outside, though. But it looks nice, right? You're like, it doesn't even look like it. But it is. You can see it on the... You can probably peek.
Look at
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I know. It looks really good. I'm actually really interested in going in. But I told them I wouldn't. I told them I would stay outside.
See,
So...
you can see a sign. You can see a bit of sign here. There's the front sign.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's everything from the dev stream. I hope you like this. Smash the like button, consider hitting that subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later!